Hello children. Previously, we have learned about the story of transport and measurement. Here, in this session, we will be learning about the standard units of measurement and the correct method of measurement from the lesson Motion and Measurement, Class 6th Science. Learning outcomes. At the end of this session, you will be able to understand about standard units of measurement. How do we measure? Correct measurement of length. Measuring the thickness of a coin. Measuring the length of a curved line. Keywords. Measurement. The comparison of an unknown quantity with a known quantity. Yard. The length between the tip of the nose and the thumb of an outstretched hand. Foot. 3 foot is equal to 1 yard. Inches. 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. Meter. Standard unit of length. Meter scale. Centimeter. 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. Millimeter. 10 millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter. Kilometer. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. Measuring tape. Before starting this session, let us look at the concept map. In ancient times, the length of a foot, the width of a finger, and the distance of a step were commonly used as different units of measurements. A cubit, as the length from the elbow to the fingertips, was used in ancient Egypt and was also accepted as a unit of length in other parts of the world. People also used the foot as a unit of length in different parts of the world. The length of the foot used varied slightly from region to region. At one place, people decided to use the distance between the nose and the tip of the middle finger of their king as a measure. They called this distance 1 yard. They used wood and metal to make scales of this length and called this distance 1 yard. This yard was divided into 3 equal parts and each part was called a foot. They then divided each foot into 12 equal parts called inches. They even divided each inch into smaller segments. Other countries in the world also made their scales. Because each country had its scale which differed from others. It led to a lot of problems in trade and commerce. There was always a chance of quarrels breaking out. In 1790, the French created a standard unit of measurement called the metric system. For the sake of uniformity, scientists all over the world have accepted a set of standard units of measurement. This system of units now used is known as the International System of Units, SI units. The SI unit of length is a meter. Our meter scale is shown here. Each meter M is divided into 100 equal divisions called centimeters, cm. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Each centimeter has 10 equal divisions called millimeter, mm. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. For measuring large distances, meter is not a convenient unit. We need to define a larger unit to measure larger distances. We use kilometers as a larger unit of length. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. In our daily life, we use various types of measuring devices. We use a meter scale for measuring length. A tailor uses a tape, whereas a cloth merchant uses a meter rod. For measuring the length of an object, you must choose a suitable device. You cannot measure the girth of a tree or the size of your chest using a meter scale, for instance. A measuring tape is more suitable for this. To measure the lengths accurately using the standard measuring instruments like meter scale, centimeter scale, and tape, etc. We should take some precautions. In our day-to-day work, we use a wooden or plastic scale to measure lengths. It is marked or graduated in centimeters and millimeters. Suppose we are asked to measure the length of a table. We must take the following precautions while using a meter scale for measuring length. The scale should be placed exactly along the length to be measured. The 0 point on the scale should coincide with the starting point of the length to be measured. Our eye must be vertically above the point of coincidence of scale, where the measurement is to be taken. Ensure that the ends of the scale are not worn out. Measure the length of an object more than 2 times and then take the average of these measurements for accuracy. If we want to measure the thickness of a coin, it is not possible to directly use a scale. Let us look at the method to measure the thickness of a coin. Take about 15 1 rupee coins of the same size and place them one upon the other. Measure the total thickness with a scale and then divide it by the number of coins to get the thickness of one coin. We cannot measure the length of a curved line directly by using a meter scale. We can use a thread to measure the length of a curved line. To understand this, let us do an activity. Fix alpins at the ends of the curved line to be measured. Now, tie a knot with cotton thread at the first point of the alpin A and move the cotton thread along the line till point B. Care should be taken that the thread is neither too tight nor too loose, and see that the thread coincides with the curve at each point while moving along the path. When the thread reaches the end of the curved path, cut it at that point. Remove the thread from A and then place it straight along the length of a meter scale and measures its length. The length of the thread is the measure of the length of the curved path. Points to remember. Yard is the distance between the end of the outstretched arm and the chin. The system of units now used is known as the International System of Units, SI units. The SI unit of length is a meter. Each meter is divided into 100 equal divisions called centimeters. Each centimeter has 10 equal divisions called millimeter. We use kilometers as a larger unit of length. For correct measurement, our eye must be vertically above the point of coincidence of scale, where the measurement is to be taken. Thank you.